Tonight's broadcast of high school football action will start in 2 minutes. Tonight's broadcast will begin in 1 minute and 30 seconds. The Reidsville Chamber of Commerce pregame show, getting you ready for high school football coverage on RoCo Radio, will start in 1 minute. Reidsville Chamber of Commerce pregame show and Friday night football coverage under the lights will begin in 30 seconds. Friday night, under the lights, every single week. This is Friday Night Football on RoCo Radio, live from the gridiron to bring you the best of Morehead, McMichael, Reidsville, and Rockingham County during the 2024 regular season. Football coverage on RoCo Radio is brought to you by Kooler Ice. Looking for a fresh ice and water option that's ready when you are? Kooler Ice is countywide. Find fresh ice and water at Little Caesars Pizza in Mayodan at 6734 NC 135 across from Walmart. And visit our local Kooler Ice dispenser at Shule's Home at 1635 Freeway Drive in Reidsville. And for all your ice and water needs, you can also find us at Penrose Car Wash in Reidsville at 1509 South Scale Street, or 2 Rivers Plaza at 307 West Meadow Road. Get Kooler Ice, great tasting, fresh ice, available 24/7 at all 4 locations. 16 pounds or 32 pounds, plus premium water by the gallon or 5 gallons. Kooler Ice, fresh and ready when you are. Friday Night Football Under the Lights is brought to you by Ancora Compassionate Care, formerly known as Hospice of Rockingham County. Their name changed late last year, but they're the same community-based, mission-focused hospice and palliative care provider the community has known since 1987. Providing specialized care for those coping with serious illness, Ancora's mission is to be a supportive presence for life's journey. When greater comfort and rapid response matter most, make sure it's Ancora Compassionate Care. They'll always be there because they've always been here. To learn more about how Ancora can support you, visit AncoraCC.org. Just as they are a supportive presence for life's journey, Ancora Compassionate Care is proud to support our local football teams on their journey towards successful seasons. Tonight's coverage is brought to you by 2 Rivers Plaza. Rockingham County's premier location for exceptional small businesses is 2 Rivers Plaza at 307 West Meadow Road in Eden. Visit the wonderful small businesses there today. 2 Rivers Plaza, your premier source for small business services. Tonight's coverage of high school football is brought to you by Circle Drive-In in Eden, serving the best hot dogs in Rockingham County for over 50 years. Located at 111 Boone Road in Eden, Circle Drive-In is your home for fast and friendly service and an all-American meal. Stop by our old-style drive-in for a delicious cheeseburger, crinkle-cut fries, and top your meal off with a milkshake or banana split. Or choose from one of our many menu items such as buffalo wings, chicken tenders, steak and cheese, chuck wagon, and so much more. Circle Drive-In since the 1970s. For good food, stop by Circle Drive-In at 111 Boone Road near the roundabout. Tonight's game is brought to you by Sandy Cross General Merchandise, serving the Sandy Cross community, Rockingham County, and surrounding areas of our beautiful Piedmont Triad since 1988. Rockingham County's community store, located at 164 Boyd Road in the Sandy Cross community of Rockingham County, celebrating our 36th anniversary. Stop by Sandy Cross General Merchandise for local pure brand gasoline with the cheapest price in Rockingham County for 93 non-ethanol. Sandy Cross General Merchandise is also your niece's sausage headquarters with great value for Rockingham County. To find out more about the Log Cabin Store, visit us on Facebook by searching Sandy Cross General Merchandise. Tonight's game is brought to you by Impex Chevrolet GMC, located at 2009 Barnes Street in Reidsville. When you are in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, look for the difference at Impex Chevrolet GMC. We have an unbeatable selection and world-class service. Choose from over 1,500 vehicles of every model, shape, and price range. With our big city selection and small town hospitality, you are sure to find just what you are looking for. Shop at one of North Carolina's biggest and best dealers. That's Impex Chevrolet GMC at 2009 Barnes Street or at ImpexChevroletGMC.com. Friday Night Football coverage is brought to you by Penrose Car Wash, voted #1 car wash in Rockingham County. Penrose Car Wash at 1509 South Scales in Reidsville has been serving the Reidsville and surrounding area for over 50 years. Established in 1970 by well-known entrepreneur Leo Rentz, this popular venue welcomes everyone. Penrose Car Wash open 24/7 and find us on Facebook. Penrose Car Wash voted #1 Rockingham County Car Wash 4 years in a row. And Rockingham Update, the community source for local programming, government meeting coverage, community events, promotion and broadcasts, sports, local nonprofit news, and so much more. Providing digital community news on all platforms since 2007, RockinghamUpdate.com aims to serve Rockingham County with the dependable information and coverage it deserves. For local programming, including local meeting coverage, sports, local nonprofit news, events, and more, visit RockinghamUpdate.tv, your #1 IPTV station in Rockingham County. For a full list of programming and to watch live, visit RockinghamUpdate.tv. We now take you down to the press box with Jay Ramey and Jonathan Hatley for Friday Night Football action on RoCo Radio.
Officials for tonight, the referee Gary Turner.
Welcome in, John Motley, Morehead High School Stadium. Morehead Panthers set to face the Williams Bulldogs. We're excited. We've got a lot for you in this Reidsville Chamber of Commerce pregame show. Tonight's pregame show is brought to you by the Reidsville Chamber of Commerce and Reidsville Visitor Center, located at 140 South Scale Street in downtown Reidsville. The Chamber has served as an advocate of the local community since 1914 and always aims for the betterment of Team Reidsville. And the Reidsville Visitor Center is the place to find information, brochures, maps, visitor guides, and information on what the great city of Reidsville and the surrounding area has to offer. At the Reidsville Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center, our goal is to help you and your business and connect you and your business to the people, resources, and businesses that make our area the best place to call home. We love our town, we love our community, and to learn more about community events, information, and how the Chamber can support you and your business, visit ReidsvilleChamber.org or call 336 349-8481. You know, coming into the broadcast, I told you we've got a lot for you. We'll have interviews with both coach of the Panthers, Bobby Martin, and head coach Patrick Stokes of the Williams Bulldogs. It's a big night here in Morehead. They haven't gotten a win in a while, 0-3 coming into the season, facing a big school. Williams 2-1 coming off back-to-back wins. They've had a tough schedule so far. Morehead lost 44-7 to the Bulldogs last year. It was a rough matchup, and Morehead looks to get their revenge this year up against the Bulldogs. I'm joined by Jonathan Hatley. Hatley, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Looking forward to the start of this game. Want to see what this run-heavy Morehead offense can do against this pass-heavy Williams team.
Very excited for this game to get underway. We are 21 minutes and 7 seconds away from kickoff. Morehead, the black and red, trying to seize their first win of the season, their first win of Coach Bobby Martin's tenure. Unfortunately, Dominique Harrison, he was a big part of their offense, had the most receptions on the team. He is crossed off the list with an injury tonight. It's going to be interesting to see what Morehead does. They focus more on running the ball, but Dominique Harrison's also something you miss in that aspect as well, because he had 8 carries for 44 yards, 5.5 average yards per carry this season.
Yeah, definitely a multifaceted player. Could catch the ball, could run the ball. They got to find a way to replace those yards. They're going to have to rely harder on their other running backs and the multitude of quarterbacks that they played over the last couple of games.
A very run-heavy team. Morehead with 82 carries over the course of the season. 78.8% of their plays are run. They're running that double-wing offense, kind of a rare offense to see. You know, the last I've seen of it, late 1960s Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Be interesting to see how they fare against Williams, who is running a 4-2-5. Now, you're the football nerd over here. What is the run offense going to look like against a 4-2-5?
The run offense against a 4-2-5, it should mean that most of your blocking assignments go against defensive linemen and linebackers. You're not going to have to worry about getting the next level as much. And there should be holes that open up on account of that. You might have to, in a lot of blocking schemes, you see a lot of double teams on defensive linemen. You may not have to do that as heavily.
So do you think it'll be a battle of the trenches?
It could be. It's a lot of it's also going to depend on the size and the technique of the Williams defenders, because you know, if you're going up against guys when you're 240 pounds against guys that are 280, it's tough to push them out of the way.
Morehead's offensive line looks like this. They've got a freshman who's 6'2", 230. That's Reed Christian. They've got Ronaldo Alcantor. He's a sophomore, 273 pounds. Then they've got 2 juniors, Will Mitchell and Andrew Myers, and then Kadir Rogers is their senior. He's their anchor, 6'5", 265. Be interesting to see how the offensive line fares against Williams. I think a big, having 5 defensive backs when there's not going to be as much passing of the ball, I don't know if they'll change their defensive formation during the game because of that.
Well, a lot of the changes coming from that, you could either throw in a third linebacker into the mix, or you bring more of the defensive backs up closer to the line to act as linebackers, especially with a speed-based option attack. It gives more bodies flying around toward the ball.
Because I was more expecting them to maybe stack the box against such a run-heavy team and have 8 guys in there.
And if they find that their defense isn't working against the Morehead running attack, that might be exactly what they do, is stack the box.
All right, guys, we're here live at the Reidsville Chamber of Commerce pregame show. Really excited for this action getting underway in about 17 and a half minutes. We're about to bring you some interviews from our coaches. We've got head coach Bobby Martin of the Morehead Panthers. We've got an interview with him on his way, head coach Patrick Stokes. So, Hatley, what else are you looking forward to in tonight's game?
Looking forward to seeing what Morehead's defense can do against 3-star Duke commit Dan Mahan. From all the intel that we've seen and the game film that we've seen, he's a solid quarterback. He's had a little bit of a rough start this year, thrown 6 interceptions already.
But we talked about that in our interview with Patrick Stokes.
Yes, we did. He's shown some vulnerabilities, but they were playing against some 4A schools and some really, really talented defensive backs, some that were also recruited and signed with major colleges. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, we're about to give you Patrick Stokes, his interview, Williams head coach. He spent 17 years as the defensive coordinator at Eastern Alamance, and now he's been pretty successful as the head coach of Williams. 2021 joins the team, kind of turns things around, gets 7 wins. 2022 he gets 8 wins. 2023 he gets 9 wins. He said this year his goal is to get 10 wins, keep building on that, get a 1 seed in the playoffs. You can hear from him right now. I'm Jay Ramey of RoCo Radio, and I've got with me Patrick Stokes, the head coach of Williams. They're set to take on the Morehead Panthers tonight. And Patrick, I'd like to start with Dan Mahan. He's a 3-star Duke recruit, putting up 60 more yards per game. Short sample size, just 3 games, but he's doing 60 more yards per game than last year. But he's also already thrown 6 interceptions. You described him as a terror to defensive backs. So do you think that he's being, sort of over-aggressive because of how accurate and how great he is, and that's resulting in more interceptions?
That's a great question, Jay, and Dan's a really good player. The teams that we've played thus far have some of the biggest D-lines in 3A football in North Carolina, and we played a guy last week who's going to Clemson a couple of weeks ago. We played guys that are stud. He's going to Campbell on a full scholarship, and then the week before we played 4A school were gargantuans. And so honestly, I credit the strong defensive line play that we faced, as well as the savvy defensive backs. Of course, Dan is a competitor, and there's probably a couple of throws here and there, but all in all, hats off to those guys.
You mentioned the quality of the opponents you faced, and that makes the 2-1 record even more impressive. Even the loss you took to Northwest, it was kind of, if there is such a thing as a quality loss, it was that because you're the only team that scored a touchdown on them, and it was a 17-point loss in reach. But how has your team bounced back from that?
Yeah, well, that score is not really indicative of how the game went. We were driving down to score, onside kick, get it again, score to take a lead, and then we threw a pick six the last possession of the game. So again, the margin of victory was a little misleading, but nonetheless, it's a loss. Our team learned from it. Our coaches did as well. We made some adjustments here and there, and that's why you want to challenge yourself early in the regular season.
Okay. And this is just such a great team, loaded with talent. Last year, big win. You didn't even have Dan Mahan. Let's zoom in, though. Tonight's game, they say a win is a win, but even if you do get a win, what would you specifically like to see from your team?
One of the things that we do in practice, we do in games, we want to be as efficient as we can in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and, of course, special teams. And being efficient means scoring when you have opportunities, limiting opponents to positive yards gained, as well as, of course, points produced. And then special teams recognizing that every play matters, making tackles, proper coverage assignments, and just doing what we've been coached to do. And so tonight and all nights, we just want to be as efficient as possible.
All right, thank you, Coach Stokes. Morehead, they're a run-based team. Mm-hmm. Like 78.8% of their plays are runs. How does the run defense for Williams look?
We predicate our defense out of we've got to stop the run. And we've had some struggles with that, to be honest, thus far in the season. We're undersized at defensive line. We're undersized at linebacker. And so we're going to have to be fundamentally sound tonight and really defeat the blocks that the Morehead Panthers put in front of us. Otherwise, it's going to be a long night for the Bulldogs.
Okay. Any last words for your team?
No. We love our guys. We love our fans. Hopefully we travel well, and I hope for all of us the weather stays away.
All right, Coach Stokes, so you trust your team tonight?
Yeah, I do. I like our team. We had a really good week of practice, and I think we're locked in and ready to go. And we've quartered a few kids to come up and to be there tonight as well. We are having some injuries, to be honest with you. A few guys with bumps and bruises here and there. You coming into the 4th game of the season, you're gonna have some of that. And we've had some tough games, and we know this one's going to be tough too.
All right, thank you, Coach Stokes.
Thank you, Jay.
All right, Hatley, what'd you gather from that interview?
Well, Coach Stokes is a very textbook coach. He's wanting to do the things that he needs to do to win the game, which, of course, is score at every opportunity and limit the other team's opportunities. That's what any coach looks for. And he's got a great quarterback. He's got weapons all over the field to for that quarterback feed, and his defense, what he says is undersized. I haven't seen him in action yet. That, you know, at 3A it might be undersized. He's coming into a 2A school with a fairly small roster. So
yeah, matchup-wise for Morehead, you know, it's as good as it's going to get. You know, their secondary's loaded with 5 defensive backs, but you do have only 2 linebackers. If you can break that first wall of the defensive line, which he says is undersized, maybe we could get a big run.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, you saw Trooper Wright. He leads the team in rush yards. He had a 30-yard rush one time, so they can break it off. Just needs to connect.
Definitely, and if you get in the secondary at this level at high school, it's always possible to break off a long one. Morehead has some guys that are fast. We're talking track star speed fast, and you know it'll be interesting to see if one of those guys can break one off the edge. They may catch them, they may not. You mentioned, you know, lightning fast speed. It's going to be difficult for the Morehead defense really to lock in, because lightning fast speed, you know, Brian Rogers, he qualified for the state track meet. You know, you got a lot of people at wide receiver who can do well. Armani Richmond coming back as his first year as the #1 option in the backfield. He's had 93 carries for 803 yards. That's what he had in 2023. Kind of fallen off just a little bit this year, but they played some insane competition. So, you know, if you listen to our interview with Patrick Stokes, some of these numbers for Williams aren't going to sound as impressive as they actually are because of the quality of opponent. Like to see what Dan Mahan is able to do tonight at the quarterback position. Absolutely. And that's going to be one thing that Morehead's going to have to do, is try to grind down the tempo of the game and keep him off the field.
And the better part is, you know, defensive-minded head coach Patrick Stokes described himself as such. So it's better for Morehead to have the advantage on offense when it comes to running the ball down their throat, even if it is a defensive-minded head coach. But then on defense, if this was an offensive-minded head coach with a 3-star quarterback at the helm, I'd be a little bit more worried.
Oh, you get an offensive-minded coach, and they're going to want to put 63 points up on everybody.
Exactly. Well, coming up next, we've got an interview with head coach of the Morehead Panthers, Bobby Martin. He's in his second year at the school, has 35 overall years of coaching experience. First, he was with the William Fleming Colonels in Virginia, also George Washington Eagles in Virginia, Martinsville Bulldogs as well, and now he's down in North Carolina with the Morehead Panthers. I'm Jay Ramey of RoCo Radio, and I am here with head coach of the Morehead Panthers, Bobby Martin. Coach Martin, how do you slow down this dynamic Williams offense?
I'm not sure. We're going to work at it. I'm not sure. They're really good. The quarterback is a class act. We worked all week. We're going to find out if we can slow them down or not.
And, you know, on the offensive side of things for Morehead, does the offensive game plan change against the Bulldogs, or is it the same thing?
No, we've been trying to get better every day. That's all we've been doing. Whoever we're playing, just get better every day.
And Morehead's really relied on the run, not as much pass offense. Do you guys plan on continuing to focus on the run in tonight's game, or will you do more passing than you have in the past?
You're going to go tell them. You're not going to go tell them what I'm going to say.
No, sir.
We're going to keep trying to run the football.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. And final question: which Morehead player could have the biggest impact tonight if you had to name one?
I don't know. I know we got a block and tackle. We got a block and tackle, so I don't know.
Stick to the basics, everybody.
Yes, sir. We got a block and tackle.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, sir.
That was Coach Bobby Martin of the Morehead Panthers you just heard from, and you look at the offense for Morehead, he said they're going to stick to the run-based option tonight, and it makes sense. You know, I mentioned 78% run, but, you know, 80% of their yardage, or 83% of their yardage actually, has been rushing yards. So they're definitely a run-based team.
Yeah, and you know, when running the ball is your bread and butter, it does make it kind of tough to pass in a lot of situations if you're not working on it a lot.
Only 14 complete passes this year.
And against a 4-2 front, you're going to have opportunities to run the ball, and it makes sense to stick with it when you're only facing 4 linemen and 2 linebackers.
Especially with Dominique Hairston out. The national anthem is coming up soon. Then we'll bring you the keys to the game, brought to you by Greensboro Auto Center. Jonathan Hatley is going to tell us what the main keys of the game are. Very excited for this game to get underway. Upset about Dominique Hairston being out. Hopefully the red and black can recover. They're mostly going to be running the ball. We're not sure who the quarterback's going to be. It could be Tayshawn Fields. It could be Trooper Wright. The band is on the field. About 70 degrees, cloudy. We're expecting a little bit of rain here. Not enough to severely impact the game, thankfully, as we are 6.5 minutes from kickoff. The band is on the field.
I'm sure that Morehead would love for it to turn into a mud bowl tonight.
Exactly. And here's the national anthem.
Cadet Captain Victoria Williams, Cadet Captain Mackenzie Parsons, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Angel Scales, and Cadet Sergeant Jerry Fay. This time, would everyone please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
There you go. That was the national anthem brought to you by John Motley Morehead High School Band. We're here at John Motley Morehead High School Stadium for some 3A, 2A non-conference action. 3.5 minutes until kickoff. Excited to see what goes down here in Eden, North Carolina. And Hatley, Jonathan Hatley, my color commentator, is about to bring us the keys to the game. The keys to the game are brought to you by Greensboro Auto Center at 3800 Burlington Road in Greensboro. Come experience a new way to buy your next vehicle at Greensboro Auto Center, where car shopping is made easy with a vast selection of new and used cars, exceptional car care, and customer service with a smile. Our service center is also here to help serve you with oil changes, tire rotations, brake inspections, and anything else to extend the longevity of your auto investment. Greensboro Auto Center. Open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And find us online at gsoauto.com. So,
right.
Hatley, can you give us the keys to the game? Morehead versus Williams. Morehead seeking their first win of the year. Williams looking to get on a 3-game win streak. What are the X factors tonight?
Keys to the game for Morehead. I always start with defense because I love defense. Contain Dan Mahan, 3-star Duke commit. They need good coverage in the defensive secondary. Force the game to the ground. Use your outside speed to force the game inside and make sound tackles.
So you want Morehead to make them run the ball?
Yes, that is the point. You get them on the ground and you make them keep it on the ground. You make them scared to throw the ball.
You don't want Dan Mahan throwing the ball all over the field. He's a 3-star Duke University Blue Devil commit. He's not a pocket quarterback either. Their head coach Patrick Stokes was talking about, he coaches the defensive backs. That's his specialty. And he said that defensive backs literally hate playing against Dan Mahan. Hate it. Dan Mahan last year 177 yards per game in the air, 240.7 yards per game this year, and he's already put up 7 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's a tough out. That's all there is to it. You got a D1 commit at quarterback. He's going to be tough to get contained and get to the ground. Offensively, Morehead's got to control the football. They've got to spread out the run game, use their speed, use different looks, just to keep the ball out of Williams' offense's hands. You get that 3.5, 4 yards of carry, just grind it out for first downs, grind out the clock, keep the ball out of their hands as much as possible.
You're exactly right. So it's going to be, hopefully, Morehead can do everything you just said, offensively, defensively, special teams as well. Hopefully they can get that going as we have the coin toss at midfield on the Giant Panther.
It wouldn't hurt for Morehead to get a couple of more big plays on special teams like they had against Rockingham with that kickoff return touchdown.
Trooper Wright, Brock Blizzard, the injured Dominique Harrison, and number 40 at midfield. So the offensive captains, they're going to jog off the field and put on the helmets before running back to the huddle to make a grand entrance into John Motley Morehead High School Stadium. So the Morehead Panthers run out onto the field. They have elected to defer, so Williams will be receiving the ball. If you were a head coach, would you defer up against Williams?
I like to defer and get the ball in the second half anyway. It doesn't matter who I'm playing against. In a normal
game, but I'm just saying maybe if you wanted to set the tone and go ahead and punch them in the mouth with a team as dynamic as Williams. Then again, a stop would be important as well.
That's a thought, but yeah, I like that first series to be on defense and to make that first stop.
Tell us in the comments who you think scores the first touchdown. I've got my eye on Octavius Terry, DeQuay Matthews. Trooper Wright's a threat when it comes to running it. Tayshawn Fields, Elijah Towson, the sophomore, has been kind of quiet early in the season, but last year he's proven his worth to this team. That was the Reidsville Chamber of Commerce pregame show as Morehead gets ready to kick it off. Thanks again to Reidsville Chamber of Commerce for supporting RoCo Radio and high school football in Rockingham County.
For the Panthers to open the ball game.
So here's the kick. He boots it out of bounds, and the flag flies at the 28-yard line.
This kick goes out of bounds.
So the teams run off the field. Tonight's pregame show was brought to you by Reidsville Chamber of Commerce and Reidsville Visitor Center, located at 140 South Scale Street in downtown Reidsville. The Chamber has served as an advocate of the local community since 1914 and always aims for the betterment of Team Reidsville. The Reidsville Visitor Center is the place to find brochures, maps, visitor guides, and information on what the great city of Reidsville and surrounding area has to offer. Their goal is to help you and your business grow and connect to the people, resources, and businesses that make our area the best place to call home. Learn more about them at reidsvillechamber.org or call 336-349-8481. So Williams in the spread, going to hand it off on the first play, and he breaks through, getting to the 45. The Williams Bulldogs will be moving left to right here in quarter number one. They bring it to the 43-yard line, their own 43-yard line, on the first play of the game. No huddle, two receivers far side. They've got a wing back, a receiver near side. A quick throw, and he drops it. First throw of the game is an incompletion for Dan Mahan. Receiver just dropped it right in his hands, threw it across his body, and it just dropped out.
Yeah, it looked like a good throw. I think the guy just tried to run with it before he had it in his hands.
Brings up a third down and short. It would be a fantastic thing for Morehead to start with a stop. Same offensive formation as last time. They're going to hand it off to their dynamic running back, who gets the first down and charges to midfield. So Williams with a third down conversion on their third play of the game.
Number 18, Chris Rogers on the carry for the Bulldogs, picks up enough for the first down.
Chris Rogers was the one taking that carry. Amarion Richmond in the backfield is their number one guy, but Chris Rogers has proven himself. He's going to throw it, and he gets the man falling down at the 45-yard line of Morehead. So they're already in Panthers territory. Williams Bulldogs going no huddle right here.
Guys started to pass at the 45-yard line, holding second and 3 Bulldogs.
Second down and 3. Good amount of fans here at Morehead. Once again, running that set with a wingback, a 3-receiver set, and a running back as a flag is down. False start on Williams. That will back him up and make this second down a little bit tougher.
And bring him back to midfield.
Three-man front for Morehead. Quarterback rolls to his left, and the throw is complete, but it's short of the first down. A nice tackle right there on the far side of the field puts him just short of the sticks, and that'll bring up another third down. Third and short for the second time this game. 9:55 to go. Williams at Morehead's 42. Here's the handoff, and he's taken down at the line, but it looks like he grabbed the first down. And they move the sticks.
Yeah, Williams is like that little off-tackle handoff.
43-yard line.
So now they've got their wingback on the other side of the field. 2 receivers near side and 1 receiver far side. Pistol formation. He's going to drop back and make the throw. Mahan throws it incomplete to the 10, but he showcases what he can do with his arm right there. Put a ton of power behind it.
Number 33.
So he's 1 for 3 right now. Maybe 2 for 4. Is that what you've got? 2 for 4?
2 for 4.
He's a 60% completion percentage guy, but his accuracy is what his coach lauded in some preseason interviews. Pistol formation once again. Mahan tosses it to his man. Rolling to his right before being tripped up. Nice job right there on the defensive side. Braxton Carter on the trip up.
Braxton Carter on the tackle for the Panthers. Number 18, Chris Rogers on the carry.
That sets him up for a third down and 6.
From the
2 for 2 on third down conversions so far. Once again in the spread offense, pistol formation. Mahan takes the snap, and he's going to take it himself. He gets to the 30, thinks about sliding, makes a man miss. Oh, the ball's fumbled. They got on top of it. Oh, they stripped it, and Bryson Carter fell on it. What a job by Morehead. Dan Mahan takes the snap. He's going to take it himself, design quarterback run, and then at the last second, he fakes a slide, and the ball just gets stripped from him. So Morehead defers. They stop Williams from scoring, and they've got the ball at their own 21-yard line with 8 minutes and 26 to go in quarter number 1. What a job right there.
It's a good defensive start. You know, they're driving on you, and you go in there and you force the fumble and get the ball back.
You love to see it. Tayshawn Fields going to hand it off on the first play of the game. First offensive play for Morehead. And it's a very, very short game.
And just a fullback dive into the A-gap there. Picked up about a yard.
So Morehead in the huddle right now, 2nd down and 8. On their own 21-yard line, 7:57 to go. Morehead trying to punch Williams in the mouth. They've got the ball, it's 0-0. Coming off of a nice stripped ball and fumble recovery. The toss to Trooper Wright, who leads the team in carries, is brought down by a swarm of Williams Bulldogs defenders. Gold helmets all around him, sets up a big 3rd down deep in their own territory.
3rd down and 12 for the Panthers.
Yeah, that little toss to Wright was a little bit high. He was lucky he came down with it.
It's probably step off. Yeah, I know it is. That's why I was going to say walk around.
Once again, a toss. He's not going to be able to get 12 yards, and they are at their own 19. That sets up a 4th and 12. They're going to be forced to punt it right now. Morehead's offense jogs off the field.
It's going to bring up 4th down and 12. There's a ball spotted down at the 19-yard line.
Well, you know, Coach Stokes called his defensive line and his linebackers undersized. They seem to be matching up pretty well so far.
Zach Powell on the return at the 40-yard line. He's going to move up a little bit. It bounces. Oh, he may have touched it. Oh, no, nobody can get on it. There's a swarm of defenders, a dog pile. Zach Powell presumably touched it, but no Morehead players were able to get on it, just slippery fingers all around. Nevertheless, it ends up with a good punt, booting it all the way from his 19 for about 45 yards. Pins them at the 37. We've got 6.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. 1st down and 10 for the Williams Bulldogs. Williams, a 3A school. They're 2-1 so far this season. Morehead, oh, it's an outside run. He's going to get tackled at the 43-yard line. Williams operating left to right now, trying to push it into Morehead territory.
Pushed out of bounds by Bryson Carter. Pick up a 7, 2nd and 3 for the Bulldogs. Ball spotted out at the 43-yard line.
Mahan in pistol formation once again. They've kept pretty much the same formation with a pistol, with a wingback, and 3 receivers. Throw over the middle. He gets to the 50-yard line. That's enough to move the sticks. So that's a complete pass. Will move the sticks for a 1st down at their own 49. Pistol formation once again. Wingback, 3 receivers set. Handoff, and he bounces off one member and gets dragged down at the 41-yard line. Maybe enough for a 1st down. It's not clear, as there is a Morehead player in pain at the 41-yard line. Teammates help him up as Timeout is called. Morehead's fans always show up to these games, no matter who they're playing. Got a great fan base, great atmosphere. As the sun is about to set, lights are on here at John Motley Morehead High School Stadium with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Injury timeout on its way. I'd like to thank our sponsor tonight, Kooler Ice. Looking for a fresh ice and water option that is ready when you are? Kooler Ice is countywide. Find fresh ice and water at Little Caesars Pizza in Morehead, 6734 NC 135, across from Walmart. And also visit our local Kooler Ice dispenser at Schul's Home, 1635 Freeway Drive in Reidsville. And for all your ice and water needs, you can also find us at Penrose Car Wash in Reidsville, located at 1509 South Scale Street, or Two Rivers Plaza in Eden, located at 307 West Meadow Road. Get Kooler Ice. Great tasting fresh ice available 24/7 at all 4 locations, 16 pounds or 32 pounds, plus premium water by the gallon or 5 gallons. Kooler Ice, fresh and ready when you are. So after that injury timeout, Williams lines up once again from the 41-yard line, 1st and 10. Morehead showing blitz. It's another fake run.
Keeper.
And Mahan is going to get the first down and keep angling to the 20-yard line. A nice quarterback run all the way into the red zone for Williams. Their first time in that vicinity of the field tonight.
Yeah, Mahan, who's averaging 240 passing, also averages close to 70 a game on the ground. And he's showing it with his legs tonight so far.
A lot of guys lean one way or the other, but he is so multifaceted. As the receiver breaks away and catches a wide open touchdown. Just got out of reach for the Morehead defender, and that's a touchdown number 1 for Williams. 6-0 now. Williams Bulldogs in command with 4 minutes and 31 seconds to go in the first quarter. They're going to go for 2. Actually, that's not true. They line up for a point after, and that splits the uprights with ease. 7-0 lead, 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter after a nice throw from Dan Mahan, 20-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, Mahan hit the receiver just into the seam of the defense there.
Well, you saw the receiver break off just a little bit, maybe a little bit of contact in that area, but that's football for you. As Morehead's players look to regroup.
Like he was going to go on a post route, and he just kept it on the outside, and they had a little collision.
Two Rivers Plaza is Rockingham County's premier location for exceptional small businesses. Two Rivers Plaza, located at 307 West Meadow Road in Eden. Visit the wonderful small businesses there today. Two Rivers Plaza, your premier source for small business services. So Morehead lines up to receive the kick. It looks like DeQuay Matthews, he's a real threat out there, is going to receive it if it travels that far. He's up at the Morehead 5-yard line. And Williams boots it. A line drive into the end zone for a touchback.
Ball's kick goes into the end zone. The Panthers will take over. 1st and 10.
So Morehead's offense comes back onto the field, still seeking their first down of the night with 4.5 minutes to go. It's a 7-0 lead for the Williams Bulldogs, the away team here tonight, trying to come into Eden and take their 3rd win in a row. Morehead in the huddle. Williams runs a 4-2-5. But Morehead hasn't been able to break that first plane of defense. Their longest rush is only 2 yards had a 3-and-out on their only drive of the game. He's got a halfback and a fullback. 2 receivers set. The handoff. Bust through for just a few short yards.
That was good for about 6 on that carry.
Matthews on the carry for the Panthers. Picks up 6 yards from the 2nd and 4. With the ball spotted out at the 25-yard line.
2nd down and 4 after the 6-yard run. Once again, he's got 2 men in the backfield. A pitch, and he is brought down with authority about 5 yards back.
Devious carry on the carry for the Panthers.
So that sets up another big 3rd down for Morehead. Haven't been able to convert tonight. 0 for 1
Bring up 3rd down and 9
on 3rd downs.
on the 21-yard line.
3rd and 9 doesn't really favor you when you're a run-based team.
No, 3rd and 9's tough when you're
Takes the snap low.
a
He's going to have to
predominantly
roll
run
out
team.
and take it himself before being brought down by 3 Williams defenders.
Very little running room.
That'll set up almost a surefire punting situation for Morehead, pinned deep in their own end zone.
Number 25 for the Bulldogs, Jackson.
Seen a lot of Elijah Townsend in the backfield. He's a sophomore last year. 6'2", 175 freshman. He was the youngest guy on the team. Now he's a sophomore, and he can do it all. He's listed as a tight end. He's the quarterback, and he punts that one to the 45.
46-yard line.
And return man bounces off of a guy before being taken down. Only 5 yards gained by Zach Powell when he got the ball at the 45. Could have had a lot of room for a return. 2 minutes and 32 seconds remain. Both teams have had the ball twice. Williams Bulldogs going to come out onto the field for the 3rd time. 1st and 10. They're only 39 yards away from the end zone. Not much better of a situation could you be in if you are Don Mahan. Wingback in motion, and that will be a false start by the left guard.
Start charged against the Bulldogs who moved the ball back 5 yards to the 44-yard line.
I believe that was Ronaldo Alcantor. So that backs them up 5 yards. 1st and 15 now. They'll be starting this drive at the 44-yard line. Pistol formation, handoff, bounces off a man, and bulldozes another. Oh, what a run right there by Amarian Richmond. 5'11", 165 junior. His coach said he's stronger, faster, and he had a great UNC combine. And if he's stronger and faster, last year put up 800 yards and 12 touchdowns. He could be a nightmare for defenses to guard against.
Yeah, I mean, he just went all tackle right on that, straight ahead, and just bulldozed his way for 8. That was a good run. Another little 6-yard out. A lot of run after catch.
Be dragged out of bounds. So they are in the red zone once again. Last time they were here, the very first play, it was a touchdown connection by Don Mahan. Still in the pistol with a wingback and a 3-receiver set. He's going to toss it to his man. Bounces off of 1. Richmond keeps going, and they are now inside the 5-yard line. That sets up a nice 1st and goal for the Bulldogs. 90 seconds remain in the 1st quarter. Hasn't been ideal for the red and black. Mahan hands it off, and oh, Richmond just drags down a man while he waltzes into the end zone. No, he was stopped short. There's a man down. There was a lot of contact there in the end zone. And I believe it's another injury timeout. Morehead player. You hate seeing these injuries. It's football, but you like to limit those as much as you can. So as the team huddles and the trainer meets with the player, tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Circle Drive-In in Eden, serving the best hot dogs in Rockingham County for over 50 years. Located right near here at Morehead at 111 Boone Road in Eden, Circle Drive-In is your home for fast and friendly service and an all-American meal. Stop by our old-style drive-in for a delicious cheeseburger, crinkle-cut fries, and top your meal off with a milkshake or a banana split. Or choose from one of our many menu items such as buffalo wings, chicken tenders, steak and cheese, chuck wagon, and so much more. Circle Drive-In since the 1970s. For good food, stop by Circle Drive-In at 111 Boone Road near the traffic circle. So the trainer's trying to pick up the injured player in Morehead's end zone. Still a 7-0 lead as they set up for a 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. He's going to walk off the field. Hopefully he's okay. One of the youngest players on the team. He's one of those in the trenches guys. Seen him play left tackle this year. He walks off with no help from the assistants. Love to see that there. So here comes Williams dragging back onto the field.
1 yard from the end zone.
Gotta imagine a Marion Richmond is going to be receiving this one. Man in motion. Mahan gonna throw it right into the end zone for an easy touchdown. Touchdown number 2 of the night. Play action, just tossed it to his man. I believe it was Kirion Fuller who made that grab, and Kirion Fuller actually subbed in for Don Mahan last year. Mahan was injured for this game, and Kirion Fuller threw for 100 yards, had a pair of touchdowns. These were the only passing touchdowns he got all season were against Morehead. That PAT is good. That brings it to a 14-0 Williams lead with 48 seconds remaining. There's been no rain here tonight, even though that was kind of on the alert. If you were listening to our Reidsville Chamber of Commerce pregame show, you heard the concern from Coach Patrick Stokes about there being some weather involved, but I think it's moved past us. Lights are on at John Motley Morehead High School Stadium. And it is completely dark outside.
The Panthers are going to have to get their run attack going on this next drive and try to answer back against this Williams defense who's stifled them so far.
You're exactly right. He said in our pregame interview with him, Patrick Stokes, head coach of Williams, that their run defense hasn't been as good as they've liked because of some injuries, but the farthest run Morehead's gotten tonight has been 6 yards. So here's the boot, and it takes a weird bounce. The return takes place from the 10-yard line, cuts in and out of traffic, breaks another tackle, and stays up to the 20-yard line. A nice return by the Morehead Panthers, puts them 80 yards away from the end zone, moving right to left with 38 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The offense drives onto the field. Elijah Townsend has been the one receiving the snaps. We've also seen a lot of guys capable of being the quarterback. Trooper Wright for some of the season, Tayshawn Fields, Jose Milner, Elijah Townsend listed as a tight end. He can also punt. He can be the quarterback. Got a lot of talent doing everything. As Williams lines up in that 4-2-5, have had no trouble stopping the run. And Morehead's just had a lot of trouble getting anything offensively going. Here's a pass, first one of the game, and I believe that was to Trooper Wright. 5-yard gain right there. Trooper Wright, 12 for 16 this year when he's throwing the ball. Also threw for a touchdown. That was pretty in week 1. But he's got 43 passing yards. He can also carry the ball. Has 100 rush yards, averages 3 and 3.3 yards per game rushing it. I believe that may have been his first reception of the season. That sets up a 2nd and about 3 yards. Townsend rolling out, and he's met with a man for a big sack. Maybe registered just as a tackle for loss. He ran out of the pocket to his left before being brought down.
Filming on the carry for the Panthers, and that'll be the end of the first quarter play with the.
So quarter number 1 ends with a tackle for loss, putting Morehead at a 3rd and 8. They're 0 for 2 tonight on 3rd down conversions. Hopefully they can get something going in the 2nd quarter. It's a 14-0 Williams Bulldogs lead. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Ancora Compassionate Care, formerly known as Hospice of Rockingham County. Their name changed late last year, but they are the same community-based, mission-focused hospice and palliative care that provider the community has known since 1987. They provide specialized care for those coping with serious illness. Ancora's mission is to be a supportive presence for life's journey. And when greater comfort and rapid response matter most, make sure it's Ancora Compassionate Care. They'll always be there because they've always been here. To learn more about how Ancora can support you, visit AncoraCC.org. And just as they're a supportive presence for life's journey, Ancora Compassionate Care is proud to support our local football teams on their journeys towards successful seasons. Rebranded from Hospice of Rockingham County, they're Ancora Compassionate Care now, but they are that same loving palliative care that we've known for years. So here's Morehead. They switch sides of the field. They'll be moving left to right now, looking to get their first down of the game. It's a 3rd and 8 at their own 22. 4-man front, and they're showing blitz. They're trying to get to the quarterback, but Townsend rolls out, and that pass is short of the sticks, but a flag comes flying out in the backfield.
Holding on Morehead.
Oh, it's on the offense.
Penalty on the play.
Being as how it's 3rd and long, and that play only resulted in 3. I wonder if they'll take it or if they'll decline.
I would assume Williams would decline unless they think that they can get a sack or something right here.
No, looks like they took the result of the play.
Holding the call against the Panthers is declined. It's going to bring up 4th down and 5.
So they'll make it a 4th down and 5. Punt unit coming on.
25-yard line.
Zach Powell will be receiving the punt once again. He's lined up at the 50, but he backs up just a little bit. Elijah Townsend, the do-it-all sophomore, will punt it off. Gets the punt off clean, end over end, and a fair catch signal at the 45 by Zach Powell. Kind of a surprising call right there, just taking it. He had some real estate, but he's going to start the drive at the 45-yard line for the Williams Bulldogs. Morehead brings their defense onto the field. They've only been able to get one stop when they recovered a fumble on the first drive of the game. They will receive the second half kickoff though.
Yeah, their defense needs to get a stop here though. You know, you're already down 2 scores and you need to make something happen here.
Here's the handoff, and Richmond weaving in and out. It's going to take multiple guys around him to take him down, but he rushes for the first down. Can't stress enough how important Amari and Richmond is to the offense. Last year he was right behind Arif Rashid II, but now he is their #1 running back.
You know, that's that off-tackle left play again. He's been getting 8-9 yards of carry on that play.
The thing with Richmond too, he's a double threat because he can also, he used to be a slot receiver, so he's really good at taking catches and running with them.
Oh yeah, and an offense like Williams, run after catch is huge.
Williams moving right to left. They've been running a spread offense the whole time. 2 receivers on the far side, 1 receiver on the near side. They've also got a wingback. The quarterback, Dan Mahan, the 3-star Duke recruit, is going to drop back and make the throw to the sideline. where their man is dragged out of bounds. That throw was to Andrews Cruz. Cruz is considered the best blocker on the team. Kind of a late bloomer, described as coach as one of those. But he is expecting to get a D2 offer or maybe go to an FCS school. Last year he had 17 receptions for 188 yards and a touchdown. Here's the toss to Amarian Richmond, who gets the first down and keeps going before being tripped and out of bounds, but not before he goes all the way to inside the red zone.
That was good for about 19.
Here they go once again. Dan Mahan hasn't been throwing it as much tonight. Amarian Richmond just picking this defense apart. And I believe he drew Morehead offsides. Let's get the official call from the officials. Neutral zone infraction by the red and black. That sets up Williams for a 1st and 5 from the 8-yard line. 3 receiver set once again. Dan Mahan drops back, and the throw is complete in the end zone for a touchdown. Receiver got his feet down. Nice awareness. I believe that was Braun Rogers with the grab, plants his feet, and that puts them at a 20-point advantage. They bring on the point after unit with 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. PAT from Cole Brinskell, who came in to this game going 90% on his point afters. And that'll do his average good as he puts it down the pipe once again. Morehead Panthers offense going to come onto the field once again, still seeking that first down of the game.
Well, you know, I said in our local gridiron show earlier this week that I expected to see a steady dose of Mahan tonight, and that's basically what we've seen as far as the touchdowns go. His overall yards haven't been as impressive, but his touchdown passes, you know, he's got all 3 of their touchdowns passing, but their workhorse tonight has been the running game.
And I'm not as shocked by that because last year they hung about 295 rushing yards on Morehead, but the reason for that is Dan Mahan was out of the game. So Mahan has been a factor when it comes to passing when they need it, but Amarian Richmond, one of the best running backs there is. I'm not as shocked that they're running the ball or trying to run the ball down Morehead's throats.
Oh, and he's absolutely been running the ball well tonight.
Brian Isley going to kick it off. He averages 48.7 yards on kickoffs. That'll put it at the 10-yard line, and here's the return. Weaving his way in and out of defenders before being brought down prior to hitting that 25-yard line. They've had a couple of different guys returning the ball tonight.
Yeah, and Williams' gunners on that kick return just came through and hit the back blocking line like a truck.
If you're just joining us, thank you for listening, whether it's Rockingham Update or RoCo Radio. 9 minutes, 57 seconds remaining. Williams holding a 21-0 advantage over the Morehead Panthers. As Morehead takes the field once again. 1st down and 10. Running that double wing formation that the Notre Dame Fighting Irish ran in the 60s. As Elijah Townsend takes it himself before being met by 3 defenders. Weaves his way in and out. And he'll get some yards gained right there. Still seeking their first down of the night are the red and black. Ball is spotted at the 25-yard line, just a couple yards short. Morehead wearing white pants, white helmets, and black jerseys with a little tint of red in them. Williams wearing their golden helmets. Townsend going to take a designed run and bust through for a one-way cafe 1st down. A nice job right there, getting the first down of the night. That first down brought to you by One Way Cafe, located at Osborne Baptist Church in Eden, just across the street from here. Join us for delicious coffee and fresh, made-to-order food Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. One Way Cafe, helping people love Jesus and everyone else. Hatley, you need to check that place out. It's really good.
It's been a while since I've been there, but I need to get back.
Yeah, I went and got an Italian yesterday. It's awesome. Got ham, turkey, cheese, pepperoni, all sorts of stuff, Italian sauce. And here's another design quarterback run by Townsend, not nearly as successful. Williams defense feeling good about what they've done so far.
And no gainer on that one.
8 minutes, 14 seconds to go. Morehead taking their time as they're at their own 34-yard line, moving left to right down the field. Running that double wing formation. They've got 2 receivers set, bringing in an extra tight end. Townsend going to throw it back, and doesn't look like it'll be for much. It was a pitch to Octavius Terry, who has 7 carries this year for 30 yards, averaging about 4.3 yards per carry.
It's going to bring up third down and 6 for the Panthers.
3rd and 6 coming up for the red, black, and white. Morehead only 1 complete pass so far. Townsend has been the quarterback all night. Had only gotten a couple of reps there this season, as he's going to be hit by a couple of people. I believe they switched it up and put Jose Milner in there. Milner, the 5'7", 145 sophomore. He only has 2 passes for 7 yards this year, and he takes a sack just then to bring up 4th down and 9.
Morehead set up the punt again.
Zach Powell waiting on it at the 40-yard line as Morehead gets set to punt. Fumbles the snap and
blew it dead.
Penalty called on Morehead. Wait. We see some personnel change.
Hits a knee with the ball and downs the ball.
Oh, when he went to recover the bad snap, his knee was on the ground, so it's considered downed.
Oh no. So the punter takes the snap, a low snap, and his knee was on the ground, so Williams only has to go 25 yards for a touchdown. Pistol formation once again. Kirion Fuller in the backfield. Don Mahan going to do a screenplay before he's dragged down. And if you're a Morehead, you've got to be distraught at what just happened.
Zach Powell, number 17. And that'll stop number 20 for the Panthers.
Just a wide receiver screen left. Quick throw there from Mahan.
Mahan hands it off, and the runner trips up just short of the first down, so that brings up another 3rd down. They're already 2 for 2 on 3rd downs tonight, as we've got an injury timeout, the 3rd of tonight. 2 of those were on Morehead. Patrick Stokes said coming into the game that was one issue they've really dealt with all season, the injury bug. Williams had to deal with that last year. It's just awful to see it. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Ancora Compassionate Care, formerly known as Hospice of Rockingham County. Their name changed late last year, but they're the same community-based, mission-focused hospice and palliative care provider the community has known since 1987. Providing specialized care for those coping with serious illness, Ancora's mission is to be a supportive presence for life's journey. When greater comfort and rapid response matter most, make sure it's Ancora Compassionate Care. They'll always be there because they've always been here. To learn more about how Ancora can support you, visit ancoracc.org. Just as they are a supportive presence for a life's journey, Ancora Compassionate Care is proud to support our local football teams on their journey towards successful seasons. So Williams, they line back up, third and very short, and they bring in a wing back. Kerion Fuller, oh, it's going to be a throw. Mahan throws it to number 10, who gets inside the 10 for a first down. That was Kerion Fuller, number 16.
That's called by Kerion Fuller. Number 11, Tavion Peterson.
So here they go, first and goal after they convert their third down of the night. The handoff breaking through just short of the plane as they look to extend this 21-0 lead. Last year the game was in Williams' home stadium, but it was kind of the same story. Morehead fell behind 30-0 in the first half and just wasn't able to recover. Williams looking to extend that lead right now with 4 minutes and 43 seconds remaining and the clock ticking. Mahan gonna hand it off, but he is bottled up.
Waiting on the signal.
And it's a touchdown. Williams scores their fourth touchdown of the night. It's now a 27-0. The Williams Bulldogs lead. Three for 3 on extra points tonight. And they're looking to make it 4 for 4.
And we got Coach Martin out on the field talking to the head official.
Coach Martin saw something he didn't like. It'll be Cole Brinskell once again, 5'9", 135 senior, makes it PAT number 4 of the night good. He's 13 for 14 on the season, just great numbers. I'm sure you love to see that, Hatley. You're a former kicker.
Hey, I always like to see kickers doing well.
Panthers 0.
Thank you guys for listening. I'd also like to thank Two Rivers Plaza. Rockingham County's premier location for exceptional small businesses is Two Rivers Plaza, located at 307 West Meadow Road in Eden. Visit the wonderful small businesses there today. Two Rivers Plaza, your premier source for small business services.
You know, up until this game, the games that we've covered, we hadn't seen a whole lot of the special teams play.
Not really.
Been a lot of two-point conversions. The majority of the special teams play we've seen have been punts and kickoffs.
Mentioned it earlier, Brian Isley, pretty good for a kickoff man. His longest of the year is 55 yards. The 6'1", 170 senior is going to boot it end over end to the 20 or the 15-yard line. Fair catch. No, he stepped out of bounds. You see some frustration on the Morehead side as they bring their offense onto the field. Williams huddles at their own 25-yard line on the far side of the field.
First and 10 for the Panthers. Ball spotted down at the 13-yard line.
Morehead's got another long field ahead of them.
Got to go 82 yards to put their first points on the board. They almost got called for 12 guys on the field, but they set it up. Double wing formation. It's a 4-2-5 defense as they hand it off. for a very short gain. Got to about the 20-yard line. Morehead on their own side of the field, moving left to right with 4 minutes to go and counting in the half. 28-0 lead. If they kick a field goal, they could pull a Tom Brady, but you got to get into Williams territory first.
Yeah, everybody loves that 28-3 now.
Townsend gonna let it loose. Oh.
He threw that one halfway to Wentworth.
Yeah, good coverage right there. DeQuay Matthews was the targeted receiver at about the 45-yard line, but Townsend overthrew it. I'd rather him overthrow it than underthrow it.
Well, he definitely threw it where nobody was going to get to it.
These defensive-minded coaches hate turnovers, and Morehead hasn't put up any turnovers tonight, but they haven't scored.
Well, and they forced a turnover.
They did. First drive of the game. So Townsend has a man beside him. He's in shotgun formation. Drops back. Rolling to his left. He's going to have to make something out of it. Keeps running, but he's brought down. That was Jose Milner taking the direct snap. He's got 8 carries for 23 yards this year. As Morehead has to bring on their punting unit for the 5th time this game with 3.5 minutes to go and counting. Morehead only with 1 first down tonight. Oh for 5 on 3rd downs. Here's the boot. It'll drop at the 45-yard line, and something flew. It wasn't a flag, as Morehead has about 5 guys bring down the return man at the 47-yard line.
That was the referee marker, Jay. Marks where he received the kick.
The
Okay.
Bulldogs advance the ball back down inside the 40 to the 39-yard line where they first and 10.
So the kick travels to the 39-yard line once again. An exceptionally small field for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I think Williams' average starting field position has been beyond midfield tonight.
Here's the flick of the wrist before the man is pushed out of bounds after a 15-yard gain. Williams now moving deeper into Morehead territory. It's a 28-0 lead, but they're not satisfied with that as they move right to left into Morehead territory. Thank you guys for listening. If you're just joining us, Melita Hatley reporting in the comments that Southwest Randolph is up 22-15 on McMichael, and Reidsville is winning 14-7 as the run is to the edge, and Williams is going to waltz into the end zone on the end run. A nice job right there by Kerion Fuller, proving just how deep this Williams roster is. That makes it a 5-touchdown game.
And we got a flag now.
Penalty marker at the 17-yard line, and it's on Williams.
Unsportsmanlike conduct after the play.
But it still counts the touchdown, so maybe they'll just be kicking more of a field goal than a point after touchdown. Or can they defer it to the kickoff?
Oh, we're going to find out.
Referee just did the exact same motion again.
After the touchdown scored, unsportsmanlike call against
Had a little bit of a video game glitch there.
Based on the ensuing kickoff.
It's going to be assessed on the kickoff.
I like that choice.
Then give yourself a little bit better field position.
Because they've been pinned in their own side of the field all night. So the 5th point after of the night is drilled through the uprights by Williams. Morehead has 2 minutes and 19 seconds left to keep this from being a shutout first half.
The first half of play. The Bulldogs 35, Panthers 0.
And starting with your kickoff team 15 yards back, that's going to help your field position.
They had a kickoff return touchdown earlier this year. This certainly gives you a better chance of doing one of those.
Yeah, Williams' kickoff coverage has been decent tonight. I've seen a few holes. If they can find them, they've got a chance to return this one.
If you're the head coach for Morehead, what do you tell your team in the locker room at halftime?
I tell them they got to go out in the second half and play like they got something to play for.
You're exactly right.
You know, you can either roll over and you can lose by 60, or you can go out there and take the time that you have left and show them that they came to the wrong place.
Five touchdown lead by the Williams Bulldogs. Haven't been stopped since the opening drive of the game. Here's the kickoff from the 25-yard line. Return from the 20. Slow return. He's going to break through the middle and keep going. He's across the 50. A nice job right there by number 9, DeQuay Matthews. What a threat he is. And for the first time tonight, Morehead's in Williams territory. 2 minutes, 9 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They get to the 47-yard line of Williams, moving left to right.
That was a good return there by Matthews. Kid's got some speed and he's got some good field vision.
Great job right there. Took his time, didn't rush it, and he got through the seam almost untouched. He almost shot the gap there.
Yeah, waited on his blockers to form up and took what they gave him. Townsend back on the field,
going to hand it off. DeQuay Matthews is going to get an extra 5 or 6 yards to his total offense total tonight. They're going to wind down the clock. 1 minute, 50 seconds.
Going to be second down and 8.
With a second down and 8 coming up. Ball spotted at the 44-yard line of Williams. The Panthers wearing white helmets and black uniforms. Pistol formation now, 2 receivers set, 2 wingbacks. Townsend hands it off to Trooper Wright. Trooper Wright busts through, almost got the first down.
Trooper Wright
just short. That sets up a big third down. They're 0 for 5 on third downs tonight, but that could all change right here. 3rd and 2, run-based team, you like to see it. And let's see if Williams decides to stack the box here.
Yeah, when you're run-based, you know, getting those 3rd and 2s, 3rd and 3s, 3rd and 1s, that's what you want. Make it 3rd and manageable to where you're not thinking about, oh, do I need to throw the football?
Exactly. 2 backs in the backfield, and
somebody started
they
early.
Threw him off sides. A nice job right there. Oh, no, it's called on Morehead. Ridiculous. You know, you saw one of the Williams players, the defensive end, smacked his helmet in anger after that. And it looks like he was the one who jumped, but apparently it was a false start on Morehead. DeQuay Matthews having some words on the sideline. And timeout called by Morehead. So they almost had a good shot with a 3rd and 7. They're put at a 3rd and 7 now. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Circle Drive-In in Eden, serving the best hot dogs in Rockingham County for over 50 years. Located at 111 Boone Road in Eden, Circle Drive-In is your home for fast and friendly service and an all-American meal. Stop by our old-style drive-in for a delicious cheeseburger, crinkle-cut fries, and top your meal off with a milkshake or banana split. That's Circle Drive-In. You can choose from one of their many menu items such as buffalo wings, chicken tenders, steak and cheese, chuck wagon, and so much more. Circle Drive-In since the 1970s. For good food, stop by Circle Drive-In at 111 Boone Road near the traffic circle right around here. Morehead now at a 3rd and 7 on Williams' 44-yard line with 41 seconds to go in the half. They're down 35-0. It would be great for them to put some numbers on the board. 2 backs in the field, no split ends lined up. Got a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a toss backwards, and he tries to make something out of it, but DeQuay Matthews is brought down at the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up a 4th down as they fail to convert on their 6th third down play. And a flag is thrown down. This is probably going to be unsportsmanlike as one of Morehead's players is very upset about something. Now, perhaps Williams initiated it. There's some discussion amongst the officials, and the man in the white half is going to call a personal foul on Reed Christmas. Reed Christman takes the personal foul, and that'll back him up even further with 26 seconds remaining. Head official in the white cap watches as they back it all the way up to Morehead's 41. So 3rd and 2, you get a false start. That makes it 3rd and 7, and now it's 4th and 1,000,000. Thought they might be able to put some points on the scoreboard before half, but now Morehead meets in the huddle, likely going to punt it off.
Well, they're going to replay. Oh, I thought they were going to replay 3rd down. They didn't have it changed.
It's not your fault. Scoreboard. So 4th and 23, pistol formation. They're going for it. Elijah Townsend can punt it,
might
so
as
he
well
might
with
just take it
16
and punt
seconds.
it. He's going to launch it downfield, but nobody's there. A rocket of an arm there to the 30-yard line. But unfortunately, his intended receiver, DeQuay Matthews, just wasn't fast enough to get there. Maybe if he timed it better, they'd be in a better situation. But that sets up 1st down with 9 seconds to go. Williams at the 41-yard line. You know, one of the things their star player, Dan Mahan, Duke 3-star quarterback commit, is perfect at is those bullet throws to the sideline, get your receiver to step out of bounds. And they've got an empty backfield right now. That might be what they're going for. 5 receivers set.
It could be. They're sure not acting like they're going to kneel on the ball.
Empty backfield. 3 receivers far side, 2 receivers near side. He drops back. Time winding down. A Hail Mary to the end zone. He's got a man. Oh, no. Zach Powell makes the grab. A throw over 40 yards.
41-yard bomb down the left side for Mahan.
What a job by Dan Mahan. Coming into the game, if you're questioning why he's a 3-star Duke Blue Devil commit, it's because of plays like that. Broken play, drops back, rolls to his left, and fires it all the way into the end zone. It didn't even feel like a Hail Mary. It just felt like a regular pass to him. He had his man. It wasn't like he was throwing it to a cluster of receivers.
No, his man just beat the defensive back, and that was it.
And for the 6th time tonight, Cole Brinskell is going to split the uprights. He's put some numbers up all season long. Now he's 15 for 16 on point afters.
And we got a couple of score updates for you in the comments. We've got Reidsville up 14-7 over Eastern Alamance. And Southwest Randolph is currently up on McMichael 29-21.
There's not zeros on the scoreboard yet. The throw was made with 1 second remaining. Williams with a 42-0 lead as Morehead's band comes to the sideline for the halftime show, which will be coming up soon.
Yeah, and with 1 second left on the clock, I expect Williams to just squib it down the field right here.
I was about to ask you about that because you're a special teams guy. You know about these things.
Yeah, I don't see him kicking it deep and giving him a chance for a big return. You know, you either squib it or you, heck, you even kick it onside.
I don't know about that. I mean, Morehead's got some speed. They've got that talent. And just as you said, it's a squib kick. Bounces off of a man's hand. Recovered, and he drops out of bounds with zeros on the scoreboard. So after 24 minutes of play, it's a 42-0 Williams Bulldog lead. Hatley, any words on that first half?
I mean, there's not much to say other than scoreboard. 42-0. It was just a bad first half for Morehead. They couldn't get anything going.
Thank you, Hatley. We'll give you more of our halftime thoughts after this quick ad brought to you by Impex Solutions.
When you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, hey, this is Tom Russell, General Manager at Impex Chevrolet GMC in Reidsville. That would be unbeatable selection and world-class service. Choose from over 1,500 vehicles of every model, shape, and price range. With our big city selection and small town hospitality, you're sure to find just what you're looking for. Shop at one of North Carolina's biggest and best dealers, Impex Chevrolet GMC. On Barnes Street in Reidsville and at ImpexChevroletGMC.com.
That was brought to you by Impex Chevrolet Buick GMC. And we have a sort of a rough game going on right now, 42-0 lead right now with 15 minutes left before the second half. And we'd like to thank our sponsors, Kooler Ice. If you're looking for a fresh ice and water option that is ready when you are, Kooler Ice is county-wide. Literally anywhere in the county, you can find fresh ice and water. First, you can find it at Little Caesars Pizza in Morehead, 6734 NC 135, across from Walmart. Visit our local Kooler Ice dispenser at Schul's Home, 1635 Freeway Drive in Reidsville. And for all your ice and water needs, you can also find us at Penrose Car Wash in Reidsville, located at 1509 South Scale Street. Or to Rivers Plaza in Eden, located at 307 West Meadow Road. Get Kooler Ice, great tasting fresh ice, available 24/7 at all 4 locations. 16 pounds or 32 pounds plus premium water by the gallon or 5 gallons. Kooler Ice, fresh and ready when you are. So Hatley, been sort of a rough first half. You know, first drive showed some promise after they got that nice fumble recovery. Felt a little bit fluky. Dan Mahan, more of a throwing quarterback. He's not a pocket guy, but he knows how to run out, extend plays, scramble, and they just punched it out and recovered it. But the offense has barely been able to get anything going, only 1 first down.
Yeah, the turnover to start it, that was a good start for Morehead. You know, you kick them the ball, you keep a 3-star Duke commit out of the end zone. That's always a great start. You know, you can get a turnover on your first defensive series, but then it's been the Williams show the rest of the game.
Williams coming into the game, if you listen to our Reidsville Chamber of Commerce pregame show, Patrick Stokes said that he was a little bit worried about the run defense. They've had some injuries. Last year, they actually had a lot of injuries to seniors, and they had a great graduating class, but the next man up mentality came into play. They used the injuries to their benefit, so they're no strangers to playing with injuries. At one point on defense, they had their 4th and 5th string linebackers starting in a game. So, you know, Williams, they're battle tested. They know how to deal with injuries. And Williams is trying to return to form. You know, playing against a run team when your run defense is what you're worried about, it's got to be a confidence booster for this team trying to climb back to the top. They had 6 state title appearances in the 1980s and 90s. 4 of those were wins, and also they went to the title game in 2005. 2007 they kind of fell off, but now with Patrick Stokes at the helm, 7 wins in 2021, 8 wins in 2022, 9 in 2023, aiming for 10 wins this year, so getting off to a good start, looking like it's going to be their 3rd win of the season.
Oh yeah, unless something absolutely miraculous and fluky happens, I don't see them dropping this game. There's just not much that can be said about it other than
3A school. Last year it was 30-0 at the halftime. Now it's 42-0. We're gonna let you listen to the band a little bit here at John Motley Morehead High School Stadium as they perform.
Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of the Morehead Marching Band.
Where you at? Are you doing it? Where's your mom and daddy? I got you. That's the one thing breaking. Oh, God. Let's have a big applause for the Pride of Morehead Marching Band. Great job, band members. They work long and hard during the hot summer heat action for the football season. We'd like to thank them for their work here for the program.
Picture with you in the background. Send it to your mom and daddy. Oh, he's got focus. I'll focus on Jay.
welcome back in. 4 minutes to go until the kickoff of the second half. Morehead won the toss, chose to defer, so they will be the team starting off the offense as they try to kind of narrow the gap. 42-0 right now, with Bulldogs just in full control. Now, if I'm Patrick Stokes, I'm taking Dan Mahan out. Mahan battled injury last year.
I mean, he's already got 4 touchdowns on the night passing. I'm not sure of his yardage. I don't have great stats in front of me.
Well, he's got an extra 50 yards because of that last play.
Oh yeah, 41-yard bomb down the field. And the one before that, he had...
But they've been doing this to every defense. He averages 240 yards per game. He's now got an 11-6 touchdown to reception ratio. He's a 60% completion percentage guy. 42-0 as the time ticks down to 3 minutes remaining.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to have 160 yards on the night, 4 touchdowns. I think he's had 2 incomplete passes, and those were in his first 2 series. He's been just dead on all night.
Mm-hmm. And one of them was an incomplete pass that was almost like an error. It was like, I don't even know if we should count this in the average. Because very first throw.
Yeah, it was dead in his receiver's hands, and the guy just went and take off before he had it in his possession. And it should have been a catch.
Yeah.
The Williams tag.
But he's out there and he's just having his way with this Morehead defense.
I mean, that was almost how Patrick Mahomes with the Chiefs receivers last year, where he threw it right in his hands and he dropped it.
Right. And with Morehead only carrying a 32-man roster, they got a few injuries as well. This second half, fatigue's going to start setting in, and you don't have replacement personnel like that.
Exactly.
Williams is probably going to wind up putting in their second string, maybe their third.
And they're a deep team, though. I mean, they carry almost 100 people on their roster.
They carry 80 on their varsity roster, which is unlike anything I've ever seen. I played 4A schools in high school that didn't carry 80.
It's incredible. It's incredible. About a minute and a half remain.
The coach said they had, 80 players on their varsity and 35 on their junior varsity?
Yes, and 20 assistant coaches. It's almost like their head coach is running the company right now.
That's got to be what it feels like to him. You've got 140 employees that are reporting to you every day.
1 minute to go before the kickoff. I'd like to take you to a word from Impex Chevrolet Buick GMC right before this second half starts.
When you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, hey, this is Tom Russell, General Manager at Impex Chevrolet GMC in Reidsville. That would be unbeatable selection and world-class service. Choose from over 1,500 vehicles of every model, shape, and price range. With our big city selection and small town hospitality, you're sure to find just what you're looking for. Shop at one of North Carolina's biggest and best dealers, Impex Chevrolet GMC. On Barnes Street in Reidsville and at ImpexChevroletGMC.com.
Thank you once again to Impex Auto Sales for sponsoring us throughout this football season. Morehead Panthers down 42-0. Only scored 3 touchdowns this year, and they're looking to add to that to end this shutout bid. Once you finally get into the field position, last drive for Morehead of the half, they made it to the 42-yard line, second down and 2 with less than a minute remaining, and it was just shooting themselves in the foot. First, they get a 5-yard penalty that keeps them from even having a chance to convert their first third down of the night. They're now 0 for 6, backs them up 3rd and 7, and then you get a personal foul that brings them all the way back to the 41. 4th and 23, can't convert that because, you know, number one, you're not going to go for it, but the punter takes it and fumbles the snap, and his knee was down when he grabbed it. So that gives Williams a chance with 9 seconds to go, and of course, 3-star quarterbacks to D1 Power 5 schools are going to do 3-star quarterback D1 Power 5 school type things. Is it Power 4 now? Is that what we're calling it? Are we calling it Power 4? That doesn't sound right. You get the picture though. It's the ACC. It's Duke. It's Duke University. Dan Mahan goes.
Anymore, you could call the Power 5 the Power 2 because it's going to be between the SEC and the Big Ten.
Well, Duke is not a SEC or Big Ten. Never mind. Okay. so Dan Mahan rolls out 50-yard line and makes it look easy. Just dropped it in right into the breadbasket of Zach Powell, who's not even their number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5 receiver. He's a return man. And he makes the grab in the end zone right in the breadbasket for their 6th touchdown of the night.
And in our other county action, we've got Reidsville up 14-7 at halftime, and it looks like Southwest Randolph is up 29-21 over at McMichael.
Yeah, but McMichael's proven this year that they've got that late game fight. As long as they keep their energy up. We saw it against South Stokes. They can really make something out of it.
McMichael's scrappy. They've kept games close this year, and they've lost close ones, and they won that close one at South Stokes last week. You know, as long as they can keep it close, they're going to have a chance.
I love scrappy teams like that, except the Detroit Lions. I love teams that are just going to.
Hey, you're going to make your boss mad with that one, Jay.
Joe's worried about his own broadcast. He can talk about the Cowboys as much as he wants, you know? So, 15 seconds remain in the first half, until the second half starts. As the kicking unit for Williams comes onto the field.
And even if Williams goes with their second unit, Morehead won't because they don't really have one.
Mm-hmm. It's a small roster. I mean, 2A school versus 3A school, you're not expected to win. Would have loved to put up more fight.
This is like looking low 2A versus high 4A with the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a roster this size in high school football.
So as Dak Prescott would say, here we go. Kickoff and half number 2 has begun. Ball takes a weird bounce and Trooper Wright is going to grab it at the 10-yard line. Makes a man miss. Oh, he's busting through there. 30, 35. A nice 25-yard return by Trooper Wright after it just bounced right into his arms. He wasn't even the guy designated to run it back. A nice job right there getting some yards. Trooper Wright's the do-it-all man for the Panthers.
That was a good return by Wright. He had some blocks for him up. The Gunners got through and they almost got their hands on him, and he was able to avoid them.
Say what you will about Morehead, they know how to return some kicks.
That's been one of the bright spots of their team so far this year is special teams as far as their kick returning. You know, 1 kickoff return for a touchdown, 2 pretty good sized ones tonight.
Here he goes, Townsend going to hand it off, and oh no! And Jose Milner is just wrestled down about 5 yards back. Milner, the 5'7", 145 sophomore. Morehead has a fairly young team. Once again, missing Dominique Harrison tonight. They've got some seniors. They've got Octavius Terry, DeQuay Matthews, Braxton Carter, but it's mostly been the young guys tonight. Elijah Townsend, another sophomore, manning it. In shotgun formation, about 5 yards behind center. Usually running that double wing offense as he's going to take it himself and get taken down at the 40-yard line, putting him up for a 3rd and long. Haven't converted a 3rd down yet.
It's going to be 3rd down and 8 for the Panthers from the 40.
The sun has set here in Eden, with Morehead moving left to right in the 3rd quarter, down by 6 touchdowns.
That was a good little off-tackle left play, designed run.
70 degrees right now as they have a 2-receiver set, 2 wingbacks, and play action. Jose Milner going to roll out to his left after not having anybody, and he makes a man miss. That's a William Cafe first down. He's still going. He gets to the 41-yard line of Williams. A nice job right there. And that big first down is brought to you by One Way Cafe. Located at Osborne Baptist Church in Eden, right across the street. Join us for delicious coffee and fresh made-to-order food Monday through Friday from 11 to 2. One Way Cafe, helping people love Jesus and everyone else. So a great job right there. Jose Milner takes the snap. He can't find any open receivers on the play action, so he just takes it himself. Only had 23 yards coming into the game on the ground, and Milner's going to take it himself once again, rolling to his left. Has to stiff arm a man, but the man brings him down with him.
Once again, has no running room as brought down by number
That'll be a big loss back there, and he is gripping his hand.
Like he's hurt too.
Some concern from the Panthers players as Elijah Townsend runs in. Jose Milner will receive some assistance on the sideline.
Number 46 for the Panthers.
He looked like he came down on that arm a little bit
out as well. Here they go, starting at Williams' 46-yard line, trying to put some points on the board. 2nd and 17 after their first down conversion of the night. Townsend drops back. Here's the throw, perfectly placed, and he's still going. He gets to the 30-yard line. That's another first down.
He's going to be close.
Great job right there. Morehead finally moving the sticks twice in a row. Coming into this half, they had only put up 1 first down all game long.
Jack Campbell on the reception. 1st and 10 for the Panthers from the 30.
Starting at Williams' 30-yard line, down by 42 points, trying to put some offense on the board. Townsend drops back. He's going to throw it once again into a precarious position.
And that Williams defensive back nearly jumped the route there. It was just a little bit too low for him to get to.
Townsend coming off the field maybe to get a play.
Pass falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Panthers.
2nd down and 10. I've liked what I've seen from this sequence of plays. As Morehead just tries to get something going. We'd love to be able to call a Twin Rivers Plaza Kooler Ice touchdown anytime now. Returning to the double wing, 1 receiver near side and far side. He's going to hand it off to a man behind him. Believe that's Trooper Wright, and he is just taken down. Now it's 3rd and 10. I don't think Morehead's kicked any field goals through the uprights this year.
Trooper Wright on the carry. It's going to bring up 3rd.
This may be 4-down territory. I would not be shocked. And one thing I've noticed, they're going a lot more to the pass.
Yeah, 2 pass plays on this series already, and I think they've thrown it maybe 2 times all night before this.
Pistol formation, Townsend fakes a handoff, dropping back. He's got to make something out of it. Down the sideline, tosses it, but DeQuay Matthews was out of bounds.
Called it out.
Wasn't able to get his foot down. Elijah Townsend tried to be like Patrick Mahomes, rolling out to his right and just throwing it at the line of scrimmage, but he wasn't able to make the completion. That brings up a long 4th down.
It's going to bring up. We have a flag on the play.
We got a holding on the Panthers.
Yeah, flag in the backfield. That'll back them up a little bit.
So Panthers moves the ball back to the 39-yard line for a little replay 3rd down again. 3rd and 19 on the 39.
Jose Milner in pistol formation. They've got a 2 receiver set. He's got a running back behind him, fakes 2 handoffs, rolls to his left. The lefty, the southpaw, is going to throw it. Picked off. Oh no. Morehead caught it.
Oh, he came down with it. Nice throw.
First down.
Incredible. They convert on a 4th and long. Jose Milner.
That was good for about 23 yards.
Great job. Milner really having a showcase game. He hasn't been the quarterback for most of it, but you know, he's had a couple of tackles for loss, but he's doing a good job overall.
Well, the receiver came back to get that one perfectly.
Townsend rolling out to his right after faking the handoff, and the throw, bobbled and caught! It's a Twin Rivers Plaza! Kooler Ice, touchdown by Quay Matthews! Morehead finally breaks the shutout bid as Elijah Townsend fakes the handoff and throws it into the end zone. A Twin Rivers Plaza Kooler Ice score makes it 42-6. As Quay Matthews, he made a show out of that. It bobbled off his hands. He kind of tipped it to himself, maybe juggling it a little bit, and then makes the grab.
Came down with the catch
and breaks
got
the
it
play.
in the end zone.
That's what matters. So touchdown number 1 of the night. It took him a while, 31 minutes, but you know, they bring the clock down. That's what they wanted to do, and they finally score with 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. They were set up for a PAT. Trooper Wright was going to be the placeholder, but a flag is called.
The penalty against the Panthers.
That'll back him up.
Now I'm trying to decipher what that penalty was for.
Trooper Wright, the placeholder, Juan Pacheco, is going to split the uprights. A nice job right there by the 220-pound freshman. That may have been his first point after of the year. Might be wrong about that.
Bulldogs 42, the Morehead Panthers 7.
Yeah, they've had some 7-point games, so I'm wrong about that. But now it's 42-7. Fans still in it. What about Morehead faithful? They are faithful.
Oh yeah, they always have been. They always will be.
And it's a good atmosphere here, win or lose.
When I was in high school, it was never fun to come play here because you knew that the crowd was going to be into it. And it didn't matter what sport it was. You could be coming to a soccer match and their crowd was going to be going nuts.
Oh, Morehead basketball game is like no other. I love it. So we didn't see the offense as much, so maybe they brought in some second stringers. It'll be interesting to see what happened there. They probably let up too.
I mean, it appeared to be Morehead's first string.
I meant Williams.
Oh, well, we'll see what their offense comes out with.
Thank you guys for listening in. It's a 42-7 Williams lead over the Morehead Panthers. 70 degrees here in Eden on a September night where they are down big to Williams, but they're coming off their first touchdown. Juan Pacheco is going to squib kick it. And
flies out of bounds at about 27.
So the penalty marker drops. Williams will get some free real estate.
And they'll probably take the ball at the 35. I doubt they'll make Morehead re-kick.
That's where the referee put it. Like to thank Rockingham Update. They're our broadcast partner. Williams decides to hand it off. Amarion Richmond is still on the field, but he doesn't get much there. That's a tackle for loss that Morehead has to be happy about. That brings up a second down.
Stopped at the line of scrimmage by Jack Campbell, number 5. 2nd and 10 Bulldogs.
Pistol formation for the quarterback. He's got a 3-receiver set once again. Running spread all night. He's going to pitch it backwards. Amarion Richmond makes something out of it. Tried to fly forward for the first down, but there are 2 penalty markers in the backfield. This one might be brought back.
Number 3.
We got a holding against Williams.
Holding on Williams makes it a 2nd down and longer. As Morehead exchanges some defensive personnel, Williams is moving right to left, and they have not had an ideal start to the second half. Doesn't really matter when you come into a half 42 points up what you do, but Morehead might be able to go away a little bit more proud of what they've done. 2nd down and very long.
Yep, that'll move it to 2nd and 20.
Bulldogs backs him up. It'll be 2nd and 20 for the Bulldogs.
Drops back, pressure coming. The short completion. DeQuay Matthews trying to wrestle him down, but he stays up. It'll take some more Morehead defenders, but they finally get him down after just maybe 2 or 3 more yards. That sets up a 3rd and long for Williams as DeQuay Matthews collapses. We've got another injury timeout. Looks like he's in pain with his leg right there. And I'd like to thank Kooler Ice, looking for a fresh ice and water option that is ready when you are. Kooler Ice is countywide. Find fresh ice and water at Little Caesars Pizza in Mayodan, 6734 NC 135 across from Walmart. Visit our local Kooler Ice dispenser at Schul's Home, 1635 Freeway Drive in Reidsville. And for all your ice and water needs, you can also find us at Penrose Car Wash in Reidsville, located at 1509 South Scale Street, or 2 Rivers Plaza in Eden, located at 307 West Meadow Road. Get Kooler Ice. Great tasting fresh ice available 24/7 at all 4 locations, 16 pounds or 32 pounds, plus premium water by the gallon or 5 gallons. Kooler Ice, fresh and ready when you are. DeQuay Matthews back up. I'd like to also thank Rockingham County's premier location for exceptional small businesses, 2 Rivers Plaza, located at 307 West Meadow Road in Eden. Visit the wonderful small businesses there today. 2 Rivers Plaza, your premier source for small business services. Big 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 right now. Williams is 2 for 2 on 3rd down so far tonight. Morehead is not able to stop them except for when they got a fumble on a 3rd down. He's going to roll out to his left. The short throw to number 12 bounces into his hands. So Morehead starts the half off right with a touchdown and a stop. Punting unit going to come onto the field.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who that kid playing quarterback for Williams is.
Did you catch the number?
I couldn't see it. Left-hander, though.
Southpaw. Here's the boot.
Nice
end
punt.
over end. Jose Milner watches it bounce back. He stayed away from it, and it bounced all the way to Morehead's 22-yard line on the left side of the field. With 51 seconds remaining in the half.
That's about 48 yards net on that punt.
With a 35-point deficit, Morehead trying to score their 2nd touchdown of the game. They haven't been able to get a 2-touchdown game all year. Would like to get it right now, even if it is in garbage time. Huddle right now. You've got a couple of guys who played quarterback on the field. Here we go. Running that double wing once again with split ends on each side. The snap. Jose Milner going to take it himself and meet a couple men, but he dodges them and keeps going before taking down the first down marker. I don't think he was there as time ran out in the third quarter. So they run off the field. And that'll be second down and about 5 yards. And I'd like to bring you a word from one of our sponsors, Impex Auto Sales.
When you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle. Hey, this is Tom Russell, General Manager at Impex Chevrolet GMC in Reidsville. That would be unbeatable selection and world-class service. Choose from over 1,500 vehicles of every model, shape, and price range. With our big city selection and small town hospitality, you're sure to find just what you're looking for. Shop at one of North Carolina's biggest and best dealers, Impex Chevrolet GMC. On Barnes Street in Reidsville and at ImpexChevroletGMC.com.
So the offense switches sides of the field. They'll be moving right to left for the second time this game as we enter the fourth quarter. 12 minutes remaining, 42-7 lead for Williams as Morehead looks to punch in another first down. Elijah Townsend drops back and the throw is wide. One thing I've noticed is there's been a lot more pass plays from Morehead than expected. And we may have another injury timeout. Williams player down on the field. Timeout called by the referee after maybe the fourth or fifth injury timeout tonight. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Ancora Compassionate Care, formerly known as Hospice of Rockingham County. Their name changed late last year, but they are the same community-based, mission-focused hospice and palliative care provider the community has known since 1987. Providing specialized care for those coping with serious illness, Ancora's mission is to be a supportive presence for life's journey. When greater comfort and rapid response matter most, make sure it's Ancora Compassionate Care. They'll always be there because they've always been here. To learn more about how Ancora can support you, visit AncoraCC.org. Just as they are a supportive presence for life's journey, Ancora Compassionate Care is proud to support our local football teams on their journey towards successful seasons. Both teams huddling up on their respective sidelines right now as Williams nurses a 42-7 lead. Clock continues to run. 11 minutes, 23 seconds remaining in the game.
Down 3 for the Panthers.
Still in double wing shotgun, and Jose Milner has pressure, gonna throw it away. Nice job right there evading the sack as a helmet flies off one of Williams' players. So that's a fourth down opportunity right now. Elijah Townsend on the field, but we've seen him punt. You know, when the game's this far out of reach, maybe you don't go for it. Townsend backing up. Don't think he's going to go for it. And he punts it off clean, end over end, fair catch signaled. And he dropped it. Oh boy, did he get on it? Yes, he did. Zach Powell signaled a fair catch at the 41-yard line, dropped it, but he fell on it in time. Morehead brings their defense onto the field. As tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Circle Drive-In in Eden, serving the best hot dogs in Rockingham County for over 50 years. Located at 111 Boone Road in Eden, Circle Drive-In is your home for fast and friendly service and an all-American meal. Stop by our old-style drive-in for a delicious cheeseburger, crinkle-cut fries, and top your meal off with a milkshake or banana split. Or choose from one of our many menu items, such as buffalo wings, chicken tenders, steak and cheese, chuck wagon, and so much more. Circle Drive-In since the 1970s. For good food, stop by Circle Drive-In at 111 Boone Road near the traffic circle. Morehead breaking the huddle as Williams starts their drive from their own 41-yard line on the left side of the field. The sun is down at 9:14 p.m. with 9 minutes ticking on the clock in the game. 42-7, Williams just been in command since about the third drive of the game. Haven't let their foot off the gas pedal. Morehead had a good series coming out of the half. A nice touchdown throw connection between Elijah Townsend and DeQuay Matthews after Jose Milner's fourth down conversion, but that's been about it. And quarterback running before being tackled way back there. That's a nice tackle for loss by Brock Blizzard, who leads the team in tackles. Blizzard, 5'7", 166 junior, all over the quarterback right there, and he's feeling good about that. Williams in gold and white tonight. Historic team. Won 4 state titles, been to 7 of them. They're just a year older than Morehead. And that run will be for just about nothing, setting up a 3rd down and long.
Rogers on the stop for the Panthers. Coming up 3rd down and 13.
Right now, Morehead's just playing for a little sense of pride. You go out there and you get shut out 42-0 in the first half, and
yeah. John Motley
they're
Morehead
playing tough
Stadium,
this
they're
second
not upset.
half.
You know, the vibes are still good, it seems like, as he fakes the handoff and a short toss. Screenplay right there, and he is met head on, but that not before getting a 1st down across the 50. Commotion on the sideline right now, as they give up a big 3rd down and long conversion to Williams that you don't want to look over in the film session.
Letter on the stop, number 18, Josh Baez. Ball spotted out at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10 Bulldogs.
5-man front, defense showing blitz, and oh no, he found the perfect seam. Just right up the middle, he shot the gap right there. That was number 34 for Williams. Haven't seen too much from him tonight. Wasn't one of the main guys on our radar coming into the game.
27-yard line.
As expected, they took Dan Mahan off the field, as there is a big sack right there for Morehead, their 3rd of the year. That's how you want 1st down to go if you're a coach.
Second and 12.
And the quick toss to number 34 once again. He keeps rolling for a 1st down and more, all the way into the red zone with 5.5 minutes and counting on the clock.
Okay. Gotta sit down somewhere.
Would like to thank all of our listeners here tonight. 42-7 lead right now for Morehead, for Williams. Sorry if I excited you and you just turned in. It was not for Morehead. Yeah, it's been hard to watch. And apparently there was a flag on the play that brought back that massive run. That'll bring them all the way back to the 42 when we thought they were going to be at the 19. Second down and 15 for Williams, who subbed out their star quarterback, Dan Mahan. Not only a star quarterback, a 3-star quarterback committed to Duke. And he's going to fake a run and take it himself. QB draw.
Read option.
Oh no, he's going all the way. 10-yard line, pushed out of bounds.
Got knocked out at about the 11.
What a job right there by Ron Rogers. Rogers had some injuries last year, had a great spring. You know, the speed is one of his main draws.
Oh yeah, you were saying before the game he was state qualifier in track, right?
Meet. And he's going to swing it to number 34, who takes down a man, tried to lunge into the end zone, but it looks like his elbow is down at about the 2-yard line. 3 minutes, 40 seconds remaining on the clock. And the clock is rolling fast, rolling very fast. First and goal. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Rockingham Update. If you're listening on there, please give this a like, as Williams is swarmed at the goal line and taken down. Nice goal line stand. We're probably not going to see what we saw in that first game we did together, Hatley, where McMichael made a goal line stand at the 1-yard line, but it's fun to see.
And they get the ball back at the 1, and then we see another safety.
You know, this is the first time me and Hatley have ever broadcasted a game without a safety in it.
There's still time left.
End of an era. You know, maybe bad snap goes over his head and all the way into the other team's end zone. Just 98-yard bad snap.
Stranger things have happened in football.
I don't know about that. As they get an easy touchdown right there with 2 minutes to go. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors. You know, hopefully Morehead can get something going, get another first down. Our first down sponsor is One Way Cafe, located at Osborne Baptist Church in Eden. Join them for delicious coffee and fresh made-to-order food Monday through Friday from 11 to 2. They help people love Jesus and everyone else. Here's the point after. And if you're listening on Rockingham Update is the community source for local programming, government meeting coverage, community events, promotion and broadcasts, sports, local nonprofit news, and so much more. They provide digital community news on all platforms since 2007. They've been doing it for longer than I've been alive. RockinghamUpdate.com aims to serve Rockingham County with the dependable information and coverage it deserves. For local programming, including local meeting coverage, sports, local nonprofit news, events, and more, visit RockinghamUpdate.tv, your #1 IPTV station in Rockingham County. For a full list of programming and to watch live, visit RockinghamUpdate.tv. They bring so much to our community, Hatley. I mean, a lot of places don't have something like this.
Right, and you know, they cover all the county commissioners coverage.
Yes.
They cover the local school board stuff.
Everything.
You know, if you want to get it in the know, you check out Rockingham Update.
Thank you guys for listening. It's a 49-7 lead. Williams not showing much mercy here. As they set up for the kickoff, maybe you just do some laterals. I want to see something crazy here, Hatley. 18 seconds left.
Yeah, have them do the old Music City Miracle play here.
And that ball will be taken by DeQuay Matthews, bounces off his hand. He gets on it, keeps going, rolls to his left, time going to run out. We would have had a first down sponsored by One Way Cafe. One Way Cafe is located at Osborne Baptist Church in Eden. Join them for delicious coffee and fresh made-to-order food Monday through Friday from 11 to 2. One Way Cafe, helping people love Jesus and everyone else. We don't get to see another first down. That'll be the game. There's an injury in the end zone. Stay put. We'll update you on that. But first, we'd like to talk about Rockingham Update, the community source for local programming, government meeting coverage, community events promotion and broadcast, sports, local nonprofit news, and so much more. They provide digital community news on all platforms since 2007, and RockinghamUpdate.com aims to serve Rockingham County with the dependable information and coverage it deserves. For local programming, including local meeting coverage, sports, local nonprofit news, events, and more, visit RockinghamUpdate.tv, your #1 IPTV station in Rockingham County. For a full list of programming and to watch live, visit RockinghamUpdate.tv. Men still down in the end zone as they go through the handshake line and fans begin to file out of John Motley Morehead High School Stadium. Hatley, what'd you take away from tonight's game?
Williams imposed their will in the first half completely. Mahan, according to my numbers, these aren't official, so, it's just what I compiled. He went 12 completions, 14 attempts, 4 touchdowns, 149 yards.
Incredible. Exactly what you expected from him, especially since Dan Mahan was going a little bit slow, a little bit softer tonight. Didn't even play in the second half. And, Mahan's numbers might be pumped up even a little bit more if Amarion Richmond, who had 93 carries for 800 yards as the second option as a running back last year, wasn't on the team. So they're not completely pass reliant. Also, you've got a defensive-minded head coach showcasing that with a 7 points allowed, 7 points given up. Morehead still doesn't have a 2-touchdown game this season. Hopefully they can get that rolling sometime.
Yeah, I'd like to see this offense show a little bit more scoring ability, without a doubt. It just seems like they're having trouble down in the trench, keeping the other team out of the backfield and getting the ball moving. I'm not sure if that's a function of bad blocking schemes, undersized, or they're just a little bit too reliant on one look.
Building up the middle class.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Exactly right. Hopefully, Morehead can get something going this season. They've got McMichael next week at 7:30 p.m. That should be a fun one. It's in McMichael, in Madison. So what do you expect from that game?
I expect two running teams to have a running battle. They're two run-heavy teams. McMichael out of mostly that wishbone. Morehead running out of that double wing. It should be a ground game.
It should.
And their defenses, they play, I won't say the same style of defense, but it's a similar style of defense, and they're focused on stopping the run, and it's going to be a seesaw battle.
Yeah. Hopefully we see some more points on both sides. Do we have updates on McMichael's game right now? Let's check.
Last update we got in the comments was 29-21.
I'm checking Max Preps right now. They play a lot of ads, so if you hear something loud in the background, that's probably it. The last update we have from McMichael versus Southwest Randolph, it's 29-21.
Well, that's where our broadcast partners are at.
Reidsville up 36-14 right now.
Looks like Reidsville's going to get their revenge game over Eastern Alamance. I know they're going to be happy about that one.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Eastern Alamance, that's where Patrick Stokes was actually the defensive coordinator for 17 years. Spent a ton of time there as an Eastern Alamance Eagle. And then last year they won on a game winner against his former school. It was incredible.
Yeah, and Eastern Alamance was the only team that managed to hand Reidsville a loss last year, which is even more amazing. That level of talent, and this Williams team, or last year's Williams team, goes out there and beats them at the last second, and then only finishes 9-3. That's incredible.
I'm excited for next week's Morehead McMichael game. I'm glad Reidsville is winning right now. That'll be still undefeated. Last year, they only lost, one game? Is that correct?
Yeah, Reidsville lost 1 game last year. And other games we got next week, let's see, we have North Forsyth heads to Reidsville and Southern Guilford heads to Rockingham County.
Interesting.
So I'm sure we'll have at least one broadcast team at the Morehead McMichael game. And who knows on the other one? We might wind up in Reidsville or we might wind up at Rockingham County.
We did a Reidsville Page game. We haven't done Rockingham yet. We did Rockingham versus McMichael. That was at McMichael, so that's what I'm thinking of. So we've done every team, and we've been able to see them all. Obviously, football teams change as the year goes on. You see the same basic stuff, but I mean, teams get ravaged by injuries. Teams will catch the injury bug. All sorts of things can happen.
Oh yeah, and they've got to evolve over the course of the season. If you stay stagnant, you get predictable, and that's when you start losing ball games. Was when you become predictable.
If you're just joining us, thank you for listening. This is the post-game show on RoCo Radio. Rockingham update, 49-7. Morehead lost to Williams. Rough game to watch. Morehead just couldn't get anything going. They had an early fumble recovery, but the offense just couldn't get going. I'd like to thank our sponsors all across the board. We've got Ancora Compassionate Care, Impex Auto, Circle Drive-In, 2 Rivers Plaza, Kooler Ice. I'd also like to thank Rockingham Update. Rockingham Update is the community source for local programming, government meeting coverage, community events, promotion, and broadcast, sports, local nonprofit news, and so much more. Providing digital community news on all platforms since 2007, they aim to serve Rockingham County with the dependable information and coverage it deserves. For local programming, including local meeting coverage, sports, local nonprofit news, events, and more, visit RockinghamUpdate.tv, your #1 IPTV station in Rockingham County. For a full list of programming and to watch live, visit RockinghamUpdate.tv. If you're listening to us with them right now, we thank you so much. Thank you for supporting RoCo Radio. We broadcast 2 games a week. Our partners Joe Dexter and David Woods over at McMichael right now. We enjoy doing these games. Obviously a rough one tonight, but we still had a good time. Fan atmosphere at Morehead is like no other. It's ridiculous. Fans so loyal, no matter what the score is.
Absolutely loyal. Every game, every time you come out to Morehead, you're going to have to fight the crowd.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons that when I was in school, I hated coming here.
And you were a kicker too, so it's got to get in your head hearing the crowd noise when you're doing that.
Oh, my mind absolutely cleared. I didn't hear anything when I was on the field. Yeah. You ever saw that movie, For Love of the Game, where he does Clear the Mechanism?
I haven't seen that. I'm not a big movie guy.
You ought to watch it. The pitcher, he's out on the mound, he's in Yankee Stadium, and he's trying to pitch a perfect game, and every time he just says, clear the mechanism, and everything else just goes.
Your brain just switches to white noise mode?
It switches to no noise mode.
No internal monologue?
I don't hear anything.
Nothing. It's kind of scary. I'm just kidding. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Final score, Morehead takes a rough loss, 49-7 to Williams. Williams, a 3A school. They're a powerhouse now. They're really getting built up by their coach, Patrick Stokes. We'll see them on the rise soon. They might win their first state title in 30 years, so not a loss to get too down about if you're a Morehead Panthers fan. Thank you guys for listening. We'll be back next week. Not sure which game we'll be doing, but we know that we'll have a team at McMichael's game when they take on Morehead. It might be Joe Dexter and David Woods. It might be us, but we'll update you on that. Thank you guys for listening.
I'll absolutely do another Morehead or McMichael game. Yeah, I have no problem doing that.
We love the county. That's what we love. All right, thank you guys for listening. I'm Jay Ramey. This is Jonathan Hatley on RoCo Radio and Rockingham Update.
Thanks for listening to Friday Night Football on RoCo Radio with Jay Ramey and Jonathan Hatley. To find out where Jay and Jonathan will be next week, Visit us on Facebook, facebook.com/Radio Rockingham, or listen in on RoCo Radio during the week to find out where our broadcast will be. Friday night football coverage on RoCo Radio is brought to you by Kooler Ice. Looking for a fresh ice and water option that's ready when you are? Kooler Ice is countywide. Find fresh ice and water at Little Caesars Pizza in Mayodan at 6734 NC 135 across from Walmart. And visit our local Kooler Ice dispenser at Shules Home at 1635 Freeway Drive in Reidsville. And for all your ice and water needs, you can also find us at Penrose Car Wash in Reidsville at 1509 South Scale Street, or 2 Rivers Plaza at 307 West Meadow Road. Get Kooler Ice, great tasting, fresh ice, available 24/7 at all 4 locations. 16 pounds or 32 pounds, plus premium water by the gallon or 5 gallons. Kooler Ice, fresh and ready when you are. Friday Night Football Under the Lights is brought to you by Ancora Compassionate Care, formerly known as Hospice of Rockingham County. Their name changed late last year, but they're the same community-based, mission-focused hospice and palliative care provider the community has known since 1987. Providing specialized care for those coping with serious illness, Ancora's mission is to be a supportive presence for life's journey. When greater comfort and rapid response matter most, make sure it's Ancora Compassionate Care. They'll always be there because they've always been here. To learn more about how Ancora can support you, visit AncoraCC.org. Just as they are a supportive presence for life's journey, Ancora Compassionate Care is proud to support our local football teams on their journey towards successful seasons. Tonight's coverage is brought to you by 2 Rivers Plaza. Rockingham County's premier location for exceptional small businesses is 2 Rivers Plaza at 307 West Meadow Road in Eden. Visit the wonderful small businesses there today. 2 Rivers Plaza, your premier source for small business services. Tonight's coverage of high school football is brought to you by Circle Drive-In in Eden, serving the best hot dogs in Rockingham County for over 50 years. Located at 111 Boone Road in Eden, Circle Drive-In is your home for fast and friendly service and an all-American meal. Stop by our old-style drive-in for a delicious cheeseburger, crinkle-cut fries, and top your meal off with a milkshake or banana split. Or choose from one of our many menu items such as buffalo wings, chicken tenders, steak and cheese, chuck wagon, and so much more. Circle Drive-In since the 1970s. For good food, stop by Circle Drive-In at 111 Boone Road near the roundabout. Tonight's game is brought to you by Sandy Cross General Merchandise, serving the Sandy Cross community, Rockingham County, and surrounding areas of our beautiful Piedmont Triad since 1988. Rockingham County's community store, located at 164 Boyd Road in the Sandy Cross community of Rockingham County, celebrating our 36th anniversary. Stop by Sandy Cross General Merchandise for local pure brand gasoline with the cheapest price in Rockingham County for 93 non-ethanol. Sandy Cross General Merchandise is also your niece's sausage headquarters with great value for Rockingham County. To find out more about the Log Cabin Store, visit us on Facebook by searching Sandy Cross General Merchandise. Tonight's game is brought to you by Impex Chevrolet GMC, located at 2009 Barnes Street in Reidsville. When you are in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, look for the difference at Impex Chevrolet GMC. We have an unbeatable selection and world-class service. Choose from over 1,500 vehicles of every model, shape, and price range. With our big city selection and small town hospitality, you are sure to find just what you are looking for. Shop at one of North Carolina's biggest and best dealers. That's Impex Chevrolet GMC at 2009 Barn Street or at ImpexChevroletGMC.com. Friday Night Football coverage is brought to you by Penrose Car Wash, voted #1 car wash in Rockingham County. Penrose Car Wash at 1509 South Scales in Reidsville has been serving the Reidsville and surrounding area for over 50 years. Established in 1970 by well-known entrepreneur Leo Rentz, this popular venue welcomes everyone. Penrose Car Wash open 24/7 and find us on Facebook. Penrose Car Wash voted #1 Rockingham County Car Wash 4 years in a row. And Rockingham Update, the community source for local programming, government meeting coverage, community events, promotion and broadcasts, sports, local nonprofit news, and so much more. Providing digital community news on all platforms since 2007, RockinghamUpdate.com aims to serve Rockingham County with the dependable information and coverage it deserves. For local programming, including local meeting coverage, sports, local nonprofit news, events, and more, visit RockinghamUpdate.tv, your #1 IPTV station in Rockingham County. For a full list of programming and to watch live, visit RockinghamUpdate.tv. Thanks for listening tonight. You can catch our post-game show recapping every single week. The Local Gridiron can be found on our social media pages on Facebook, facebook.com/Radio Rockingham, and on YouTube by searching for RoCo Radio. Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Friday night under the lights on RoCo Radio, your home for all the hits and local sports.